Lost in Starlight is out on Netflix. This is a Korean anime romance film directed by Han Ji-won. Story takes place in the near future, about 25 years from now. Ji-young is a young Korean astronaut who is desperate to be selected for the next manned mission to Mars. Partly because of her own scientific ambitions and interests, but partly also because her own mother was part of the previous mission 2 decades earlier, and she died on the Red Planet. So Ji-young hopes to visit her mother's site of death and get closure after the loss. But as she's preparing to go, she meets Jae, a wonderful young man with whom she immediately strikes a connection and begins to feel for him. Driving, of course, the main conflict of the film: should she go on the mission a bit selfishly, or should she stay for the relationship? So I didn't like this film as much as I hoped I would, although this is one of those scenarios where I feel it's not that the movie is itself objectively bad, but rather that I personally didn't connect with it as much. I thought that the romance plot played out very predictably and by the numbers, that it falls into some obvious tropes, such as artificial drama caused by a misunderstanding right as we're heading into the final act. Although, to be fair, in this film it does get resolved fairly quickly, and I think that the decisions made by the character, by Ji-young, in the last 20 minutes or so were completely unrealistic, considering her background as an intelligent, capable scientist. So she would never find herself in this very dramatic situation in the end. I also didn't care very much for the way the characters are animated. I thought especially the faces and the mouths were a bit lackluster, which is evident especially in the singing scenes, where the mouths barely move and are not super high quality and don't really match the singing very well. On the other hand, when it comes to the backgrounds and the use of color, this movie is gorgeous. It has this pink, purple, neon vibe of a summer afternoon, really captures the atmosphere of Seoul very, very well, and made me think of Makoto Shinkai movies, especially Your Name, due to the way it looks and the romance angle, and also Voices of a Distant Star because of a similar subject matter. But Your Name is obviously a much stronger film, in my opinion, and the stunning 2D backgrounds in this movie didn't win me over to the extent that I would consider it a genuinely good film. Again, though, I can definitely see other people connecting with it more and liking the characters and liking the film. Fair play, I just think it wasn't for me personally.